Angie. Today I was thinking of doing something in the line of Christmas. Again, imagine that. I'm going to use some, this white, it was white and I added about equal parts of pearl. My green, which is just green clay, Primo, and I added some flaky things, glitter, and my red, I added some of this magenta, where it's got some glitter to it. And it's about half-half. So that's what we've got right here. So, and I want to make beads with this, so I thought I'd just do a tutorial on it so you could see what I'm doing. I'm just going to take my clay, and this, I'm just going to roll it up into cylinder shape, and I'll squeeze it. Squeeze and roll and pull up my sleeves. It doesn't have to be too perfect. Trim off the edges, the ends, where they're distorted, because I don't really need all of this. I don't make a lot of Christmas stuff. But I want to use these, so I thought I'd make some. Well, I'll show you after anyway, but excuse me, I have a tickle in my throat. And I'll use these to make some white snakes, thinner ones. And I'm going to do the same thing with the red. I was looking around to see if I had any done, because I've done some, but I guess they're just not ready yet. They're wet. They're drying with varnish. So I'll roll that out, and we'll do the same with these. Roll them up. And I'll make snakes with the red, and I'll make snakes with the green. Well, they look like candies when you're done, those Christmas candies. You can get them in red, or you can get them with the green and white, or you can get them with the red, green, and white. So I want to get them pretty close to the same size. Again, if you have an extruder, you can use one. As we all know, I'm not that kind of person. Sometimes I use it very little. Very little. I could probably just reach it right with them sitting here too in my drawer. That's how close it is to me. But, oh well, this works. And we'll roll up the green. Squeeze out the air, because air is not our friend in clay. It's rather a pain. And I put the glitter in these because I just, Christmas, sparkles, glitter, lights, just adds to it. And who doesn't like a little bit of glitter? I do. I put it in just about everything. Between that and my silver flakes, gold flakes, copper flakes, there's quite a bit. And I know I'm getting out of camera shot, because I have it zoomed in pretty good. I'll show it. I'm going to unzoom it a little bit. Give me more room. And all I'm going to do, we're going to do a layer of green, or I should say a strip of green, a strip of red, I'm still trying to stay in shot view here. Strip of white. I'll trim those off. And we'll do it again. Pick it up, stick it on again. And if it's not quite long enough, give it a little pull. And trim it. So I need another green. Another white. Oops, that goes over there. I had to put the red in the middle here. And just pull that off. My little piece of red that I have left, like I said, made just enough of this. I'll squeeze that in there. Excuse me. And then we'll just squeeze this all together. Give it a roll. I don't like rolling too much. I don't want it all distorted because we want our lines to stay straight. So when you roll very gently. You want to keep it going the same way. These make cute beads and lentil beads. I do have some lentil beads here. These were left over from my candy canes that I had done the other day in the other video. And I made some lentil beads out of them. But all the scraps that you cut off the ends, that's what you can do with them. Make nice lentil beads. You can make earrings out of them. You can use them as beads for jewelry, earrings, bracelets, necklace. I'm going to cut this in half because it's getting quite long. And you can see there's your little candy. So keep rolling it out until I get it to the length that I want. Or I should say the thickness. And I'm about right there. I don't want it really any smaller than this. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. So I'm going to trim off this end because you can see it's not really the best. So I cut it off. That's what it looks like there. This one here, I'm not going to bother trimming that in yet. Because right now I want to bring over where is it? I just had it earlier today, right there. So it's right in front of my face, and I don't see it. I'm going to use a 7mm. I'm going to line it up, give it just a little tiny push. So I have my lines. And then I'm just going to cut down on my lines. And yeah, the clay is soft, so I will have to, after I'm done cutting, I'm going to have to put it back to the circle shape. And that's not hard. Normally I leave these things setting for a little bit before I start cutting, so it doesn't distort it so much. But it doesn't matter. I don't know if I can get one out of there or not, doesn't matter either. My favorite word tonight. But anyway, and here we have our little beads. And I'm not going to show you the whole pile that I just cut out, but I will show you how I do this. I just kind of set it down on my table, and I'll just use my finger to shape it back again. Sometimes I'll pick it up, flip it over, check both sides to make sure that it looks okay. Then I take my little tool that I learned from Bailey, Susan Bailey. I guess I'll never forget her last name. She has a tutorial on making these things. This one here, I just kind of did that myself, but I used the same extras, leftovers that I had stuck on there. But yeah, she's got great tutorials. You need to check her out. She does a lot of beads and stuff if you like doing beads. Whoops. I just line it up in the center here. And I'm not really, I have to line things up. And I know that's going right straight across. So then I hold it this way with my 2 fingers. And I watch this And, you know, if I watch it and see that it's going straight across, it's going to go straight across. Just like that. And I do that with all of these. And I'll just shape them. Like I said, I'll pick them up, roll them, whatever. Push them down. Make sure they're nice and even as possible. Again, pick it up. I pick white. Don't ask me why. You can use any of these colors to stick this needle in there. But you want to get it right in the center. And again, I line it up, turn it this way, line it up, and push it through. Only because it's easier in the end. When it comes time to do your beading, I don't have the strength in my hands and to do all that drilling. I keep telling my husband I need to get an electric drill, cordless, household one. I don't need anything with a huge amount of power, just something. And Susan uses one of those, Susan Bailey. I'm thinking, oh, that looks so much easier because I just don't have the strength to do them all, drill them all out by hand afterwards. Mind you, yeah, they come out really nice and clean and zero distortion, but I just can't do it. I don't have the energy. But again, I'll continue this with the rest of these. Excuse me. And I will bake them. But before I do that, I'm going to set these to the side a bit. And I'll show you what I do with my leftover clay to make my beads. I will mark this, but well, actually, I'll show you what I do. I just take this all. You can actually put it this way, like if you want to round it and have it this way and do it makes a really nice bead. But we'll do that another time. I'll show you how you can make a really nice one out of it. So I'll just roll this up, and one of these might come out so that I can show you. Sometimes it does. So again, I'll use the 7, but this time it's more of a pencil size. I have a pencil here I could show you. It's more, well, it's a little bit bigger than a pencil, I guess. And I use the 7, and I'll put it down to get my lines again. I like to try and get them as close to the same size as possible. So over at my cousin's the other day, we were making soap. And of course, I carry all my essential oils down here. So ever since I've been back and brought my stuff back, all I can smell down here is peppermint. So that was one of the scents that we used in the soap making. It smells good. Oh yeah, so I roll them up in a ball. Or as close to as possible. And don't forget, after all that I've cut out, I still have all of this left. So I can still make quite a few more beads out of this. I'll grab my acrylic roller. I'm going to see if I have one here that I rolled up pretty close. Well, not really. Well, maybe this one. I'll put it this way. And then I'm just going to roll. But of course, anyone that makes lentil beads, you'll know that it pulls it all up. And you see how that's pulling that all up? So if you actually take a piece off at the end and have the white and the colors around the sides, it will come up around like this. And they're really pretty. And actually, I could probably do one with the ones that I already have cut up, and I'll show you. But yeah, these are nice too. Make nice little beads. I hope I'm still in the screen, because I feel my lentil bead moving over to the right more. I must be, well, maybe it's because I'm right-handed. I don't know. Anyway. I should probably keep going because it's not really done. My arms get tired doing this too after a while. I did a whole bunch last night. I was actually down here till I think, what, 1:30 in the morning, playing with my clay. Anyway, I'm going to stop here, squish it, and see how it's all rolled up. And they make nice beads. I'll take one of these and squish it. But just in the top here, I'm going to squish it. Try and make it into a round ball. And then we'll take it and roll. I want to keep that clear white on the top. And you'll see how it's starting to pull it all off to make a really nice bead, or lentil bead. It's all twirling right up to that center on both sides. So now I'll flatten it a little bit and show you both sides. Isn't that pretty? Make nice lentil beads. And that's just a matter of squeezing one of these into a ball. You leave the white part up here because it's going to draw on at the sides when you roll them. And this is what it'll give you. All right, so I'm going to finish these up, and I'll probably do a bunch of these too, because like I said, I still have all this clay. And I still have all these beads here. And who doesn't love beads? And again, with the scraps, you make these ones, and they still make nice beads. I could have rolled that one longer. I just wanted to get to this one to show you. Anyway, so I'll finish these up, and I'll be back when I'm done. All right, they're all done, baked, and I put varnish on them. I figured I'd just go ahead and do it and get it done. Excuse me. So I have this memory wire, which is pretty cool. So I'm just going to take the beads. I cut this way too long, by the way. That's okay. Trim it off after when I'm done. So I'm just going to take a bead and slip it on here. And I'll take one of these beads I made and slip it on. And another one of these. I'm going to go from here. I'll take one of these leaf ones that I made, and I don't think I showed you that I made these ones. I already made some earlier, so these are just, I made a few extra so I could put them in with this bracelet. I'm pretty sure I have a tutorial showing you how I've made them. I just shoved that in my finger. That felt really great. Not. I'm always pretty cruel to myself. All right, so one of these, and then I'm going to do one of these. And they really came out pretty nice, those twirly ones. I like how they came out. Just kind of have to wiggle it a little bit because where it is on an angle, I could straighten it out, but I forgot what I last put on. I have a hard time hanging on these little beads. And then I'm just going to start right at the beginning again. One of these. They look like peppermints. That's what they remind me of. At the other end of this, I did a little loop in it so that the beads won't go right off. And that's how I'll finish it off too. I'll just put a little loop in it. So next is the leaf. And again, you just wiggle it around a little bit. It'll go right in. Bead, a leaf, and a lentil bead. So I'm going to continue doing it this way until I get to the end. And when I'm done, I'll show you what it looks like. And back again. So I finished it, other than putting my little brown thing at the end. I should put another bead at that too. I'll grab another bead. Since I have one at the other end, I should have one at this one too. So there we go. I'm just going to grab my little curly tools. Just twist it. Twist it. Oh, I like twisting it back too, right? So it makes a nice finish. And that's it. And there it is. Very fun. I like this memory wire. And there you go. There's your bracelet. Your Christmas one. And I made these two as well. I did this obviously green and white. Different beads. And the white and red. And again, different beads. They're really fun to make, very quick to make. It's very enjoyable. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. A short, sweet one. I think it is anyway. So there, now you can go and make your own beads and make your own bracelets with memory wire. I just ordered this memory wire on Amazon, as far as I know. That's where I get most of my stuff, is on Amazon. And create your own. And again, you can use anything you want. I just did this one because, you know, Christmas is around the corner. And I thought they were kind of cute. And I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. And, oh, before I forget, someone asked me about what kind of resin I used. And this is it here. It's just UV resin hard. And I ordered this on Amazon as well. That one I do remember. Because I like this one so much. I thought before I run out, I'm getting me another one. So that's what I did. I ordered the biggest one that they had. And that's what I'll order from now on. And I tend to save, tend to save this from the one I had before, because these big ones don't come with this nice little, whoops, end on it. So yeah, don't ever throw those out just in case, because it makes resining a lot easier when you have that little end piece on it. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, take care.